morning, good afternoon, good evening, people. You're back again with Talk Football. I'm your host, Anthony CFC, with Josh MUFC
That's the
as
one.
well. Hey, Josh, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Just been a little bit since we've been on camera together. So,
Mm.
well, apart from the other night, obviously. But yeah, you've been living the high married life. So yeah,
Oh,
congratulations yet again. And now you're back to the daily grind of life. So welcome. Cheers.
yeah. I mean, it's still fun. I'll tell you that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
it's good. The opening period took a week off, as you know, and then
Mm,
came back into work, and work's been all right, not that great, but been all right, with the world situation as well.
yeah, yeah.
We got twisted in the comments straight away.
Excellent.
Dream team, apparently.
Well,
Very good.
thank you. But
We got to say something for this.
oh,
We've been testing
Anthony's new toy that's not his wife.
just testing a few things out, to be honest. But yeah, no,
Yeah, absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
it's bloody fun. So before we go on to our ranking side of things, Josh, how's the transfer market feeling for you? Because you and me, we kind of are in sort of similar situations, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the wait's pretty excruciating, to be honest, and we're
Oh,
all waiting for the dominoes, the dice to fall, as it were, between Barcelona and a couple of other clubs. But the one that surprised me actually was I'm not sure how valid they are, but the rumors that Ronaldo is potentially like, I've had enough of this, I want out. I'm not sure if that's just Ronaldo flexing because he can do whatever the hell he wants. He's Ronaldo,
he is Ronaldo, isn't it?
or whether he's trying to hurry these things along at the club, or it's just paper talk. I don't really know. I don't pay attention until something's actually happened. So yeah, we'll just it's. I'm not paying attention to socials too much. I'm not too swept up in all the hysteria. It's just you wait and see when these players come through and rank the rank the window when it ends, because yeah, just socials will have you crying, laughing, and pulling your hair out, and yeah,
Mhm.
it is
I
what it
mean,
is. So yeah.
for me as well, like the thing is, bro, like I have a lot of patience at this moment in time, so I am willing to wait, because at the end of the day, as Chelsea fans, we have to have a little bit of um how would I say it, a lot of patience plus a little bit of sympathy towards the club as well, a little bit,
Yeah, I
because
mean, yeah,
they
but like,
they did
y-
go through quite a bit.
yeah, but the situation with you guys, I guess, where the parallels end is the fact that it's still the same owners in Manchester, and it's
Yeah.
while it is a new backroom stuff for the most part, it's still in its teething stage, as it is with Chelsea. But you have an entirely new ownership and structure, as
Mm.
opposed to us guys. So it was always going to take some time. There's going to be teething problems, but I mean, hopefully, in both of our cases, this is only going to turn out to be for the good with all these changes that have happened. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. That's really all
Oh,
we can say.
100%, 100%, and that's why I'm giving our ownership a lot of leeway at this moment in
Mm.
time, because at the end of the day, for me, I have to. That's number one, because
Yeah.
new ownership change. They have to look at who is working for Chelsea. There is thousands and thousands of people who were employed by Chelsea who were
Yeah.
unemployed at that time. Need to get our club shop up and running. Need to
Yeah.
get the new kits out. All these things, signings can be done, but you know
Yeah.
they are not willing to put out the signing with regards, like, without a kit, for an example.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's a big appeal, isn't it? I mean, I don't know why it's turned into this, but it's all commerciality. So, you want your new season marquee signing, or your most promotable player to be put out there in the new kit for the clicks and the likes and the shares and all of this stuff. Speaking of which, everybody here, drop a like, share, subscribe, give Anthony in the channel a nice little boost while we're live. I'll just do
Oh,
the housekeeping for you there, mate.
not only me, Josh is also a massive part of the channel, and he's always here day in day out as well with us. And also go and check out his channel as well. He's turning out some nice content if you
Oh,
like Manchester United stuff.
yeah,
Plus,
it's only getting started though. I mean, I actually Twisted's in the comments. He'll be able to vouch for this, although he might be a bit more nice about it. But I tried to do a live stream of United tactics, followed by a quick transfer. It drowned about 5 minutes in. I started off. I did the introduction. I did the chat, and it's like, yeah, everything was going well. Then I'm just like, I brought up my graphic with a tactics board, and I'm like, all right, this guy goes here, this guy goes here, arrow, 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 and then I'm just like, what the fuck was I talking about? What am I talking? I just gave up. Half an hour of bull
nah,
crap, and then I just deleted the video. I'm just like, nah, not today.
nah, bro. But that's how people get started. At the end of the day, we are not experts anyway. We are not experts. We just speak our mind, and that's all what talk football is all about.
That's
We
it.
just we are just here to speak our mind, and at the end of the day, just as what our intro says, it is what it is.
And also down here, for the fans, by
Yeah,
the fans.
100% always. And yeah, I saw something very interesting, that Chelsea are monitoring the Frankie De Jong situation. I just think,
Mm.
this is me very honestly speaking, I just think just because like Chelsea were linked to a few good players and they tried to hijack that Rafinha deal and things like that, you know, they're just using Chelsea to hurry Manchester United along.
Yes, oh yeah. I mean, these are all the games that the agents and the clubs play anyway. But I mean, I did that. I did. I timed out my own wife in the comments. Well, the missus, but yeah. um, no, yeah. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just the typical game playing. Like you see Manchester United linked with everyone every summer to drive a bargain, drive a price up.
Exactly.
It could just be these people doing the same thing to try and get the ducks in a row a bit quicker. And
Hmm.
it might work, it might not. It's if it's legitimate, then you guys will probably come straight over the top and gazump us because we've taken the sweet ass time and the fees have been agreed. So there's no
Hmm.
reason why you wouldn't come in and do it. It seems to be it's the window for it. Everyone's buying players from
Everyone
everyone else at the last
does.
minute.
And the other thing is like, at this moment in time, bro, I am sick and tired of Barcelona. Either
Mm,
they have the money or either they don't. It has to be one or the other. Either they want a player
yep,
or either they don't. You can't hang on to Dembele, Rafinha, De Jong, bloody hell, every bloody player in the world, Christiansen, Aspilicueta, Alonso,
yep.
and then a few others, Frank Kesse, and all these people.
All these players yet to be registered. It's quite yeah, it feels like I don't know what's going on. They had their economic levers activated, so they're pretty much set for balancing the books and whatever else happens in the future. They I guess they're also trying to tread carefully, not to overpay who they've got trying to come in and trying to leave. They're trying to sort of but yeah, the June 30 deadline's passed. It's now been what 3 days, 4 days since then,
Mhm.
and we're still waiting on signings, still waiting on comings and goings, and this
I
is
think they're
again,
in a worse
yeah.
situation than explained, bro. I don't think even the levers are gonna help them out as much as they thought it would.
Well, short term, yes, but in the long term, they've just cut so much percent of revenue per season coming off their overall incomings,
Mm,
and that means they're going to have to, in turn, either shop at a lower level or offer lower contracts for people that are coming in rather
yeah,
than the 400. I mean, they're playing what 700 grand or something for Antoine Griezmann a week.
bloody hell! It's a
Ludicrous.
waste.
It is a
What a
waste, and
waste.
yeah. Oh, Twisted wants us to. Sorry, I've just
Cover
sort of
CR7
we did
briefly.
touch. Yeah, we did touch on that a little bit. I basically just saying that I think he's flexing. That's my personal opinion. There's probably some sort of credence to it. He did it to Juventus when he came to United. So it would not be a surprise in the slightest. He doesn't want to play Europa League, but at the same time,
No,
it's probably Ronaldo just going, hurry up and get things done so I can see the status of the squad before before it's too late, basically. Yeah, I don't think there's much to say. I think it's paper talk, honestly. But
Exactly.
yeah, if it turns out to be true, then
Going
I'll sit here with egg on my face.
Yeah, but going back to Barcelona,
Mm,
Josh, like for an example, like they're looking at trying to sign Rafinha for 60 million or something like that, right? They have to match the offer
mhm.
that Chelsea gave, but they
Yeah,
can't because they're not willing to pay lump sum of it up front. So Leeds don't want to accept it.
that's
No
right.
matter
Yeah,
what Rafinha says, Leeds don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept it. That's
unless
just
there's
how
some.
things are.
Yeah, the only way I can see it working if there's an incentive with a player on top, but then all of Barcelona's players are on huge. Yeah, on.
Uh oh.
Wait, is this the our April on the chat?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, but welcome anyway. Welcome. Yes, I did turn out.
Welcome, welcome,
I did.
Maple.
I did timed her out. Yep, she was making me nervous with the comments and talking in the background. So I'm just like, yeah, I've had enough of this. I can shut you up on YouTube. I can't shut you up in real life.
At least, at least.
Violation. I'm sorry, but yeah, oh, hang on. This is not focusing. Sorry. There we go. It's a bit better.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's one of those. It's one of those. I think Barcelona they're digging themselves a massive hole here, and it's going to be a good 4 or 5 years until you see like PK and Busquets and all these players that are coming down to the back end of their careers if they
Mm.
retire or whatever. They're getting urged to retire from Barcelona, so they don't have to pay up the 50, 80, whatever million they're owing in the wages
They
over the last
still
couple of
owe
years.
Messi around 50, 60 million as well,
Exactly,
apparently.
and this is it's they're on a slow burn basically. Barcelona on the slow burn. I don't know too much more about the situation than been the headlines and
Mm.
reports, but it's going to be quite a while before they recover and be able to actually be self sufficient again. Yeah,
Yeah. April with another chat, Josh says, all that lever money going to Messi and PK. It most probably would.
probably. Yeah,
Because plus they have to go and pay their other wages, and then everything else comes into play. Like they want to pay like 60 odd million for Jules Kunde as well. I just think they're just taking the piss at this moment in time, and I'm not here for it, because
no,
either you do it or either you don't. You know what I mean?
exactly,
Like
100%.
it's all well and good you trying to take, like for an example, like Chelsea had the money, so they put it up and they tried to sign a player. That's fine, right? But
Yep.
if you do really want the player, then put up or shut up. That's just what I mean. Like at the end of the day, just dragging this out makes no sense for anybody at the end of the day.
No, it doesn't, and we don't. Well, I mean, I'd love to see Barcelona crumble, to be honest, because they've
I
just
would love to see it. Not
they've
right now, Josh. I'm like,
yep,
I hope we have the team that we want and we meet them
yep,
in like the Champions League
and
or something.
yeah, but they've been violating football for so long, and it's caught up with them. It's finally caught
Yeah.
up with them, and you know, this is it's a beautiful thing to see because you spend so much time overpaying and thinking you're essentially king shit. And for a long time they were. They were winning Champions Leagues, they were winning
Mm,
La Liga back to backs, they were winning buttload of domestic trophies. But
yeah.
eventually it was going to catch up with them, and it has, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Let's just hope the same thing happens to City eventually.
But another thing, I think we should have another complete stream for talking about this specific club. But hijacked FC.
Uh-oh, Asna.
Ah, oh, yeah, so hijacked FC. What? I mean, apparently Lisandro Martinez wants to come to Manchester United or something like that.
Yeah, well, I think the preference was there. He's open to the Premier League in general, so I think as players do, they entertain all offers. And they
I wanted to do that.
no, that's all good. Fair enough. Uh, oh dear. Yeah. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh,
Lisandro
Martinez.
Martinez, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think he's open to the Premier League. He wanted to do it anyway. It just and he would have been opening. and opening talks and engaging and being open to all these moves, he would have taken any club, I reckon, at least top half of the table.
Hmm.
Probably wouldn't go to Palace, just saying. And
No,
yeah, he's he was open to it, and that was the main thing. I think the Ten Hag factor will get it over the line, no
I think
problems.
so.
Um, I mean, he's won the league a few times with him now, so why wouldn't he follow a winner? Um,
Exactly.
and it forms that irregular spine that I couldn't even explain last night. But but yeah, it'll help get the plan across for United. So I think out of the two, he'll go to United. Yeah.
If any of you guys want to know how United tactics are going to be working, please go on to Josh's channel, watch that stream that he did. He will
No,
explain
I deleted
everything.
it. I,
All
I
right.
deleted
Okay.
it.
It's not
I,
there anymore. Don't
I
go.
had I had enough. Still come to the channel, but you won't find anything you're looking for tactically. I'm just amateur. I
but
should put it up on a FIFA stream.
but Josh, I think Malasia is on his way to England today to do his medical and stuff as well. Are you excited about Malasia?
Um, I'm excited because it's someone that I haven't really heard of. I knew of the guy that I know Ten Hag's previously gone for him, and that's something that's quite exciting. But I think the rivalry between it was Feyenoord and Ajax prevented that. He's just like, well, no, I'm not coming to you because it is what it is. That's like 20 years ago, someone going from United to Liverpool or something like that.
Hmm.
Like it was just one of those out of the question transfers.
Yeah.
But now he's over here and he still wants him, so that excites me that Ten Hag has got the talent ID there.
Hmm.
But outside of that, I can't say I know anything about the player. So yeah, see what preseason brings, see how he performs, and then I can form a bit more of an opinion. But yeah, I can't really say I'm excited or disappointed because I don't know shit about him.
No, I get it. I get it. Twisted says, "Who is he? Good luck."
All I know is he's a fullback. I don't know, right back, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would say that Dallo or well, possibly Williams
Teles.
might be on the way out. Tellers is left back.
Right. But as I said, like for me, the
Left.
most important thing is the most important thing for me is like if I was a United fan, the United board is actually trying to back Eric Ten Hag, which is a good sign in a way. And that's
Um,
why I'm kind of excited about Chelsea because Todd, Mr. Bowley, is actually trying to back Thomas Tuchel.
that's the big thing. Like there's a difference here. With United, they've always backed the new manager in the first window quite heavily. Get him who
All
he
right.
wants, or at least as close to who he wants possible. Usually top two of the list of his priorities. Whereas you have new owners and they're looking to
Mm,
make a splash. So they basically threw out the list that Marina and all of those guys had for upcoming transfers, and Bowley went directly to Tuchel from what I'm hearing, and he's just like, who do you want? We're gonna sign who you want rather than going for a club signing. Oh,
but
there he is, says the man.
I love this picture of him. Yeah, he's just chilling, doing nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, like for me, I'm just thinking to myself, you know, we need to either do what we have to do, uh, or like for an example, just basically like, do you remember when the transfer window actually started? Uh, all right, Twisted, I get it. I get it. This is what I got for you. But at the end of the day, but like, do you remember the Twitter fans just went into a proper meltdown? What is the club doing? No
Mm.
signings, this, that. Oh my God, Josh, it was so bad.
Have some
And I was like,
patience.
Jesus Christ, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you see, I don't know what switched. I don't know what's ticked in people's heads that we have to have everything done in preseason before preseason.
Yeah,
Like this seems to be the new narrative that we need to get everything done. But I think that's only been triggered because Liverpool and City went and got Nunes and Haaland.
yeah,
So that's probably why. Oh shit, they're getting him further away. We need to sign as many people as we can, and these things take time. They always have, and they always will. I don't think it's going to be that long before we at least see someone in. And this is what I was saying just before. No signings as you were changing owners. Like
exactly.
they had to consult with Marina. They have to consult with Tuchel, the scouts, and have a look at all of the targets and be like, okay, what does Tuchel want? Because they've
Yeah,
naturally gone for, we want you to build your team. We're going to back you. So who do you want? What does it need to get them over the line? And I think that's a very smart way of doing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I seen something recently, right? To Thomas Tuchel, how he was backed. The players
Yep.
that was bought in for him: Romelu Lukaku, big whoop. Uh, Saul Niguez did nothing,
No.
and Marcus Bettinelli. What is he? He's the backup to the backup goalkeeper.
Yeah. Yeah. Third keeper.
Yeah,
Hello,
like,
Annie. Annie's in the chat. How you going, mate?
hello, Eddie. Hope you're feeling well, and this is for you.
No, he's showing off.
But yeah, like so many things that are happening, and I just wanted to, have your thoughts about it as well. I was just seeing something recently with regards to something, and we have some breaking news.
There we go. Mate.
Oh yeah. Uh, Liverpool Football Club has officially signed Fabio Cavalier from Fulham, and he will wear the number 28 shirt.
Wait, yeah, Liverpool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, no, I knew that signing was happening.
Oh, I know, but it's official now.
Oh, mate,
I was
that is
waiting to press it.
weak. That is
Y-
weak.
I was waiting to press it. I just wanted to press it.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. We're all good. We're all good.
But yeah, I mean that's the newest. That's one of the newest signings. And yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations to Fabio Carvalho. He made his move, which we knew which was happening.
yeah.
Good luck to the boy, and hope he does well. Not, but yeah, I don't want him to, but
I don't want him to ball out. That's the future secured there. The kid's got mad vibes about him. I haven't seen him play, but all of the reports are huge. Like
is he like Ruben Loftus-Cheek?
probably better if you listen to the fans saying what they're talking about.
I
He's
mean,
generational. He's generational.
this is oh, it's just thrown out way too much, isn't it? Generational nonsense, bloody nonsense. But let's get to why we are actually here.
Yes.
Something Annie wants to talk about. You seen the news on FDJ this morning from Fabrizio? No, I haven't.
I am just having a quick look now. It could be. Let's see. No. Oh, actually, something loosely related to Frankie de Jong. Fabrizio Romano put up that the President Laporta saying negotiations to extend Gavi's contract are progressing well. He's happy with the process with Gavi and his agent. The
Mhm.
final detail is the length of the contract, and the new deal will include a $1 billion release clause.
What?
Apparently, this is on Fabrizio's feed. I'm just thought I'd say that $1 billion for Gavi as a
Ah,
release clause.
April seems to think the Chelsea hijack is on.
Yeah, I knew a guy
Well,
called Jack once. I said hi all the time.
but
I'm just going to show myself out.
but
That was horrible. I'm sorry.
but as I was saying, but yeah, we as we were talking about all of these things, so nothing new has come out. Basically, I mean, I did see something very interesting though recently, right?
Yes.
This was something about Erling Haaland. So Erling Haaland has a release clause at Manchester City because that's how he likes to do things, right? So it said that his release clause of 150 million
Yep.
will come to effect in the summer of 2024.
Hmm.
And apparently, that's when Real Madrid are planning to sign him to replace Karim Benzema.
Yeah. No surprises
That's
there.
certainly
Yep.
very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think well before he passed Raiola, that was a lot of what he was trying to work into his contract anyway, to get a release clause, because I don't think Haaland is going to do the 5 years, 6 years at a single club. He's basically been set up to be the next Zlatan. Do 2, 3 years here and there and go all the way around Europe. That's the way I see it going. So there's no surprise there.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, but that's about it to be honest. But
Mm.
anyway, let's get into why we are actually here.
Yeah, jump right
Uh,
on in.
so let's go into our ranking thing. So today we're here to rank the worst Premier League transfers in the recent past, basically. So we are going to be
Mhm.
ranking them from the worst, did all right, was kind of good and very underappreciated. And
Yes.
we have a set of players that we have seen: Danny Drinkwater, Fernando Torres, Alexis Sanchez, Di Maria, Andy Carroll, Harry Maguire, Pepe,
Mm.
Bakayoko, Shevchenko, Pogba, Lukaku, Wilfred Boni,
Yep.
Stefan Jovetic, and Alvaro Negredo. So, um, Josh, where would you like to
Yes.
start?
Well, I'm going to do the obvious one for my like. I'm going to say Alexis Sanchez,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to go straight into the worst
Bloody
for the
hell.
money that was paid, the wages that were put out, and his performances. I think he scored it's like 6 or 7 or 8 goals in his entire time at United.
Uh-oh.
What else do you say? That's he Arsenal got rid of him at the right time, and they ended up with Mkhitaryan, and could
Mm.
say, well, they were both a fail, but Sanchez worse because of the fee that he was commanding. So he was his heart was never in it. The report when
Eh,
he went first day into United training is like, I want to tear my contract up and go back to Arsenal. That's essentially what it
bloody hell.
was.
I mean, can you imagine when a player says he actually wants to go back to Arsenal? That's how bad things are.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I mean,
mean, who
Arsenal.
says that? I mean, nobody goes back to
Yeah,
Arsenal.
like Arsenal weren't completely horrible at this time, but they were definitely on the way down. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, to go back,
that's bad.
it just opens your eyes for sure.
But yeah, yeah. I'm gonna pick Fernando Torres to be honest. I think he was good for Chelsea. A lot of
Yeah.
people think he was bad. Did some amazing things in the Champions League win. Scored that really amazing goal that made Gary Neville make some goat-ish sounds as well, which is I don't know, which is kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
weird. Uh, but also got a golden boot in the Europa League the next
Mhm.
season as well, which was quite a good. Stayed with us, scored some important goals, missed some remarkable goals as well. But I just think he did all right. He wasn't the best.
What about the big barren spell he had though? There was a very long time there where he
Oh
was
yeah.
not scoring. Like,
Mhm.
it would be interesting to see the breakdown of how many games and ratio of goals to games that he had. Like, that'd be an interesting thing to see. But yeah, I don't know.
I
He
mean
was
that's
okay.
why I want that's why I was gonna put him like in did okay basically, not in like was good or under like very underappreciated or anything of that sort.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
he did okay. He wasn't we didn't set the place on fire, but everybody went mad when he actually scored a goal because it was such a bloody rarity. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. True,
But
true.
that Champions League goal that he scored was so good. Like I still remember it, and I was like, wow, did
Yeah,
this guy
yeah. It was
actually do this?
quality. It was quality, absolutely. But
And
I
for
think, oh, I
somebody who
think,
hasn't been doing anything to do that was like, ooh,
and
this is
that's the
actually
thing
good.
too. It's like I love the amount of false dawns that the fans there must have had because he'd go 10, 12, 15 games without a goal, come up with a banger. It's like, oh, that's it. He's broken the duck. He's gonna avalanche a scoring, and you go another 8 games without a goal. It was
Yeah,
brilliant.
exactly, exactly. And yeah, so that was where I was placing him. So yeah, uh, Josh, your choice.
Yes. My God, I have to think of these players. I'm gonna go Negredo
Mm-hmm.
and say that he did okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Look, that was a little bit. That's a little bit beyond where my full recollection of his time there is, but I know that he had some. He had some good performances. He put up some decent numbers. Hang on, let me just consult. Yeah, I mean, like he came in for a decent fee though, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. So, let me see how he did. So he came to Manchester City for for about like in 2013, I believe.
Yes, I think so. He was there for a couple of years.
He was there for a couple of years. He went on loan. He actually went out of the club in uh
14 to
2016 or
Valencia.
something like that. But at the end of the day, like for me, I don't know, man. I can't remember whatever he did.
Well, he was there for the 2 years, but I think one of those years were a loan to Valencia, who he eventually ended up signing for.
Mhm.
And he only got something like 10 goals in 30 odd games. I think I could be wrong here.
Mhm.
At least Premier League goals. So it's an average. It's an average return. He didn't light things up, but he didn't really. He didn't
Yeah,
really.
he
He,
played
he,
around 49 games, scored 23 goals and 8 assists. Like
that I
mm,
think that's an all comps. All
all
comps
competitions, yeah, all
statistic.
competitions.
Yeah.
He loved the League
Yeah.
Cup, by the
Right.
way.
Oh, my kid's
But
disappeared.
yeah, but for me, uh, I don't know. I'm just gonna put him.
I think it was just okay. He
Yeah.
never. I don't think he ever pushed. If you're looking at the
Yeah.
tier system here, he was never in the good bracket. He was
Uh
shit.
oh. um, in the same breath, I will stick with Manchester City players. Stefan Jovetic.
What a dead signing he was.
Do you remember what he did? He, he didn't do anything.
No, no, I don't think so.
I can't remember anything good he did. And he was supposed to be like the next best thing or
He
something.
was he
Remember?
was, he was, he was, he was meant to he was meant to be the next Ballon d'Or competitor or whatever. Like, and now he's over in like mid-table Bundesliga, not really doing anything major over there as well. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He was playing for Fiorentina. He lit the world up and
yeah,
did nothing.
exactly, exactly.
So he's I was just checking his stats, right? He played 44 games for Manchester City all competitions,
Yep.
scored 11 goals, and assisted 3 times, 6 times. I mean, this was over 2 to 3 years. I mean, Lukaku did better than that, to be honest.
I wouldn't push it that far.
All right. Just want to get
we,
something for Lukaku, to be
we,
honest.
no, 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 no. No, dead baller. Anyway, dead baller FC. Yeah, we as we are. No. Yeah.
I'm
He
gonna
put
put
him
him
in the
in the
worst.
worst. Yeah,
He's fairly equal rubbish. It's fairly
rubbish.
equal numbers with Negredo, but
Hmm?
he was that he had equal numbers with fairly equal numbers with Alvaro Negredo. So, but he was there for
Yeah,
longer, I guess. So that is that indicates everything we need to say, really. Um,
exactly. Over to you, Josh.
all right, I'm going to go to wait, who's that Liverpool player there? I can't see that the
Andy
first one.
Carroll.
I'll leave that for someone else. I'm going to Romelu Lukaku. I have an
Oh
agenda.
no.
I have an agenda against this guy.
All right,
So if I may have the floor for a moment,
for
I
sure.
don't know why, in what universe, in what world, Roman Abramovich was thinking, let's bring this guy back and have it a good idea. He put up decent numbers at United, granted,
Hmm.
but he's a dead baller.
Yeah.
He found his level in Serie A. He, although he got outscored by a 40-something-year-old in the
Hmm.
end,
Hmm.
Zlatan said, "Hold that, you're nothing."
Hmm.
Um, Forking out 100 million pounds, putting him on a big contract, multiple year contract, and then for him to have the gall to come back and want to have the play style put around him and to go on an interview and say that he misses Inter fans.
Hmm.
And what the hell were you thinking? Why did he want to go back? Oh, I've got unfinished business, I want to come back to Chelsea and prove myself. He couldn't prove shit at United in a worse team.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I'm.
hold that Abramovich. I guess that's yeah, it's a fitting end to his reign, I guess, to have Abramovich sinking the Titanic.
I mean,
I'm done.
I mean, for me, I agree with everything what you said. It's just that he. Why would you want to go and have an interview like that? You know what I mean? Like you could do whatever you want. And Twisted disagrees. He says it's very underappreciated. Once more, Twisted. So, but at the end of the day, for me, Romelu Lukaku started very strong with Chelsea, right? First
Yeah, he did okay.
five
Yeah,
games, my God, he was good. Then,
it got difficult. He fell out.
yeah,
He lost his
that's what
head.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. uh,
Yeah, can't say it much better than that.
but well, like for me, apparently, they were watching a game, Thomas Tuchel and Romelu Lukaku, and he was going on and on and on
Against
about.
Conte, it was against Spurs, wasn't it? Is that the one you're saying to go? And Tuchel goes, "Oh, hey, there's your daddy,"
I mean,
and Lukaku's like,
what?
"What?" Oh,
Ah,
that would have ruffled
but
some feathers, mate. That guy's so. Oh, mate, I'm glad United got rid of him. That's all I'll say.
I'm
I'm
glad
glad.
Chelsea got rid of him. I mean, at the end of the day, this shows guts from Todd Bowley as well. It's a huge L for Chelsea at the end of the day, just like there is nothing
It is.
like it's there is no walking around it at the end of the day, spending 100 million and giving him back to bloody Inter Milan for how much, a loan or some crap. But
Yeah,
it
yeah,
still
yep.
shows intent from Todd Bowley saying, right, even if we might be making a loss, we are actually not making that much of a loss
Well,
because we are not covering his wages.
it's a good. It was a very good business decision. He's got a loan fee and wages covered
Mm,
for a year, essentially.
yeah.
So that's as good as you can hope for because there's no one going to come in and pay anywhere close to. I'll be surprised if he goes for anything above 60
Mm,
next if he finally gets a sale because unless he's completely balling out again in Serie A and somehow Inter managed to get Champions League run or a title or something. they won't have the capacity to pay for him again,
Yeah,
and they've still got to. I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure they still got to pay United the remainder of the fee that they had set up for getting Lukaku as well.
yeah. And for me, and that's the most important thing. And at the end of the day, taking that huge L and still moving the player on,
Yeah.
it was worth it doing it, to keep the squad harmony, because this guy, he's a chameleon, bro. And for me,
Oh, you added a new tier. I didn't see that.
yeah, just for him.
Okay, all right. Just call it the Lukaku tier.
Yeah. Lukaku will score 25 goals next season, bro.
Against Genoa and some bloody yeah,
Random team in the league.
Cagliari.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's my choice. Um
Oh, wait,
I'm gonna go with Wilfred Boney.
Boney,
Yeah.
or is that Bolly?
Wilfred Boney.
Yeah, right.
I I'm just gonna put him in the worst. He didn't do much.
Yeah,
He didn't do much, to be
he
honest.
didn't. He
And
didn't. He didn't really come in
50
as a big.
million or something
Yeah,
as well. Remember,
yeah. The
from
the fee was.
Swansea.
Yeah, yeah. And that's just another L on the transfer market over the last few years because
See,
it's
something interesting. The Chelsea striker wars has gone way past. Like, we did have some strikers on loan and stuff, but loan strikers don't really count for me. At the end of the day, they're only here for like half a season, like
yeah.
Falcao, Higuain, Alexander Pato, all these guys, right? But uh, thanks for coming out, April. Thank you.
Thank you, April. Good to see you going. Enjoy
And
it.
yeah, and for me, like, I was just wondering,
Yes,
these are just three strikers about Manchester City that has actually failed, but it doesn't get highlighted because they have been winning so much.
and that's the difference. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And they have been winning so much, and they did have a very, very good striker in Aguero, who has been doing his thing as well during this period of time. So
yeah.
it wasn't getting highlighted as much. But they also have the same, like, not the same maybe, but some very, very bad striker records, which goes which gives me a little bit of hope of a certain someone who signed recently.
Oh yes.
I don't want to say his name.
You don't want to put the mocker on him, I guess.
Not yet, not yet,
Not yet.
not
Not
yet,
yet. Fair enough. Fair
not
enough.
yet.
Okay.
But over to you, Josh.
Yes. I'll go in my own backyard here. I'm going to say Harry Maguire.
Oh,
Despite what people have said about him, last season was it was abysmal, and he's got a meme reel as long as my arm for tackling Wan-Bissaka, tackling Luke Shaw, headbutting Ronaldo, and headbutting Paul Pogba. Like, he's a human wrecking ball, but he hasn't had the worst career so far. It's just the comical, kind of like Lukaku, the comical errors make it seem worse than it actually is. You know what I mean?
hey, you're right.
So I'm actually going to put Maguire in was good.
Hmm.
Despite the season he's just had, he came in to a very fragile defense, and in those 2 consecutive years, in his first 2 seasons, United were one of the most improved teams across all the elite European leagues by percentage of goals conceded. So they conceded something like 36 or 38% less goals
Mm.
in the first year he was there, and the defensive line and the defensive stats were better again the year after, but not down to him. But I'm just saying that he definitely had an impact by improving the
No,
defense. So he hasn't been horrible. It's just last year was comical and the whole team was terrible. So you take that with a pinch of salt. But yeah, I think Maguire's been good so far. He hasn't been any higher than that. If there
yeah,
was a way to go like in between did okay and was good, they'd probably be there based on last season. So yeah, to be
I
kind of
mean,
in between those tiers.
it is what it is. And hmm, Annie is sharing some breaking news.
Breaking news.
I don't know how to see it. Annie, if you can send it to me on WhatsApp, I'll take a
Well,
look at it.
I'm actually going to check because I've just got YouTube open on my phone watching
Right.
this to give us more viewers.
But yeah, as I was
Okay.
saying, like,
Ah, sorry, I'm just going to quickly. The one
mhm,
that Annie shared, just saying that a guy called Bayram Tutumlu or Tatumlu or something, who is a close friend of Frankie de Jong's representation company, has said Laporta knows that Frankie is going to leave.
this is
And
like
the
a
sources are
media
Ge-
storm, isn't it? This is
Gerard Romero via Carpetas FCB, so some Barcelona publication.
right.
I'm not paying any attention to that. Just saying, because it's I could come up with a source saying that the guy who sleeps in the doghouse of the neighbor of the milkman who delivers to Frankie de Jong's cousin has said that he is going to Valencia next year.
Yeah. Annie, get out
There you
of
go.
that bloody bird app.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Annie, don't too deep dive into Twitter. Just
Yeah.
keep
Get
your
out of
brain
it.
keep the brain about you, buddy. It's not worth
Yeah.
it.
Just get out of it. Please. It's not good for your health. Bro, maybe that's why you're sick.
Wow, violence.
He's like, oh, all right, all right. But
All good, mate.
I think it's I mean, at the end of the day, so you put on Maguire in was good. I mean, at the end of the day, for me, like, I don't know, man. It's his. I mean, he's all right. He's played all right. You know, at the end of the day, for me,
Mhm.
the I mean, his memes are almost good as Phil Jones's memes.
Oh yeah, but Phil Jones is the goat of memes, so we'll just he's on a tier of his own. Like
Yeah,
we're just gonna leave him alone for now, Sir Phil. But no,
yeah.
honestly, Maguire, yeah, Maguire's been he's been
He's been
okay.
all right.
It's I'm not gonna put him in did okay because he's been solid for the majority. So yeah, I think that's about right.
Hmm. I'm gonna take in Danny Drinkwater for Chelsea and put him in the worst. It was a
Yeah,
bad transfer.
it was. It was.
It was a bad transfer. And to be fair, Josh, I'm gonna put Bakayoko in there as well because I have nothing much to say about these guys. These guys just ruined it.
Yeah, they they came with a they came with a decent reputation and a decent price tag, and they just didn't do anything. They didn't light anything up. So
Yeah, they were so horrible, bro. My God,
yeah.
literally, very, very bad. But yeah, I'm gonna give it again to you for your choice.
Let's see. I'm gonna get Angel Di Maria,
Mm-hmm.
and while he snakes United,
Mm-hmm.
he never wanted to be there. He wanted to go straight to PSG from Real Madrid. He just made a pit stop on the way. Um, I'm actually gonna put him in did okay. He wasn't horrible for that season. Not
Mm-hmm.
as bad as he could have been. It's just I think the trauma from him being such an asshole about it. He yeah. Look, I don't know what his stats were, but I remember he linked up well with Falcao was there on they had a decent goal there on them.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a couple of important assists and a couple of decent goals. So I mean, from the expect.
So we got some breaking news about Chelsea coming from Ben Jacobs. Chelsea making progress on Matthijs de Ligt. Juve prefers a straight cash deal. They remain interested in Jorginho, but he is not currently part of any bid being prepared. Chelsea Football Club pushing on De Ligt Juve softened a bit on the price. Clubs still apart on all in price, so add-ons is key in this situation. However, uh, Chelsea are hoping to pay around 60 to 65 million pounds. Juventus are trying to get it closer to 70. Um, and apparently, there is some other interest, but not as concrete as Chelsea. As always, it happens. Uh, he believes that they may hold out for about 70 to 75 million pounds because uh, the the price they actually started was on 80 plus million. Now it has come down to 70 million. So Chelsea are hopeful that they would go for somewhere around 60 to 65 million, but if there is add-ons for to make it 70, Mathis Delict will be coming to Chelsea, and it's progressing quite well, and it's almost in a situation where it might be a done deal as well. Oh, Josh has left the building. But uh, I'll just talk to you guys out here. So, Twisted, why do big clubs still buy stinkers? What's going wrong? I don't think Mattis Delict is a stinker, and I think he was very very good. And Annie, his house was robbed, and LVG played him in a poor position. I assume you're talking about Di Maria. You guys are not serious. I think we are very serious about what is happening with Delict. Uh, no, not my Matty. All right, Annie. Uh, this is the situation. But that's what Ben Jacobs just put out. It's just gone out like 2 minutes ago as well. But yeah, that's the situation as of right now. So until Josh comes, I'll take a stab at a player. Um, Andriy Shevchenko. Hmm. It's very difficult for me to say anything about this transfer because I really like Shevchenko. However, in saying all of that, Shevchenko at Chelsea didn't do much. Played around 77 games, scored 22 goals, assisted 11 times, which is not probably enough. Uh, it's just that he was only here for around 2 to 3 seasons, but maximum, played a majority of like 2 seasons. For me, he didn't do that great in Chelsea, and for that reason itself, I'm actually gonna put him in. He wasn't the worst. He did okay. He was still there in that time period where we were pretty strong. Still, we did have a few more players around him that helped him out, but he did okay. Not he didn't do that great, but he wasn't the worst as well at the same time. But yeah, not sure where Josh is, but we move on. Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll. So I want the chat to let me know. What do you guys remember about Andy Carroll? Because I don't remember much, to be honest. Andy Carroll did nothing for me, you know. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just checking out some stats of Andy Carroll. Right now, he is without a club, and Andy Carroll didn't do much for Liverpool as well. So I remember that season he went to Liverpool. He went to Liverpool with Luis Suarez, if I believe. Yeah. It was Luis Suarez as well. So when I'm just checking his stats with all clubs, he was in Liverpool for 1, 2, 3 seasons. Played around 58 games, scored 11 goals, and assisted 6 times. However, uh, most of his time during Liverpool, he spent in the bench or in the sidelines because he was mostly injured. So I am going to put him as a very, very bad signing for Liverpool in this situation. But Liverpool has always done very, very well in their transfer business. And this is out of so many players that they have signed. We just only could identify one player, you know, and that's just how it is. Um, Next player that we are going to look at is Pepe. Pepe came in from Lille to Arsenal as what do you mean? Like what? He was the next best thing to happen since Eden Hazard. If you guys remember, they were like, "Oh, we got the next Eden Hazard, Nicolas Pepe. He's gonna tear it up and all that jazz, isn't it?" If you guys remember, but for me, Nicolas Pepe hasn't done much, to be honest. For Arsenal, has won one FA Cup. I mean, fair play to him. Has won one FA Cup. He's played 112 games, scored 27 times. His best season was the 2021 season, 2020-2021 season. Scored 10 goals and assisted once. Since then, just the 2021-2022 season, scored one goal. 19-20 season, scored 5 goals. Not much. He has not done much. For me, for where uh Arsenal was in, that's just I don't know. It's just bad for me. Annie has joined us. Oh, hey, nah, that's all good, bro. That's all good. But yeah, hey Annie, what's up? How's you feeling? But yeah, I'm just gonna put
Can you hear me?
Nicholas. I can hear you, but
Ah,
I was just saying I'm gonna put Nicolas Pepe in the worst. To be honest, he didn't do
what?
shit.
Why?
I don't think. Okay, did okay then.
Mm, I think he did okay, but I don't think he was the worst. I don't think he was
Do,
the worst.
do you agree with Maguire? In was good.
As much as I slander the guy, he was good the first season. Like he
Mm-hmm,
wasn't terrible. It was just once people knew how to play about him in the United system, it was easy to get by him.
mm-hmm.
And I
But
just think that captaincy just weighed a lot on his mind.
mm, you're right. You're right. But I'm gonna leave this last player to you.
Who's who's the last player? Ah, the man that could sell you a dream with one 60-yard ball and then get sent off the next few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Labil, man. Brother Labil.
What can you say about Brother Labille?
Brother Labil. Well, I'm gonna put him in very underappreciated.
I was thinking the same. To be fair, Annie.
I think very underappreciated. See, this is what I don't. This is what I dislike about some United fans. Some of
Mm,
them will protect him to the hill. Others will put him on blast till the cows come home. But there's no in between. Like I understand some of the performances were not great, and he didn't live up to certain things. But at the same
mm-hmm,
time, he's joined United in a period where they're supposedly rebuilding. Look how that turned out. He won two trophies in that first season, and he was pivotal with Ibra and Mkhitaryan, winning both with Jose. But everything just it just didn't work out for him. There's days where he'll turn up like against City, he'll bang two goals, or he would assist the hell out of everybody, and then it is what it is. Like the story of Pogba is one that I'm glad it's over because now there's he's not going to get any unnecessary trouble. But at the same time, you always wonder what he could have been if this United team was functioning.
exactly. It's just the thing that always is like, for an example, like what could he have been? You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is really annoying, but it happens. It happens to some of the best players in the world, but unfortunately, he's in that period. Well, the what I find funny is all the problems. I understand 89 million Pogba, the world's most expensive midfielder. But then, is it fair to say it's all his fault? The team is struggling, but
No.
then you have. But that's the thing. Everyone says it's his fault, but again, even today, Ronaldo wants to leave.
Hmm.
Oh, it's Ronaldo's fault now. Guys, Ronaldo didn't employ himself at United, neither did Pogba. There's only one set of people who did. So it is what it is. Uh, like, what more can I say about LaBille?
No, I mean, that is, it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, for me, I believe he is very underappreciated as well. Uh, so yeah, and I completely agree with you. But all in all, that what we can say from the steering show is Romelu Lukaku is the worst of the worst.
I, I don't know.
It's just a Chelsea thing.
I don't know.
I think he is the worst of the worst.
Out of all the players there, I'm looking at some of these players and I'm thinking, mate, I don't know. Maybe you're slightly right.
I'm
Maybe
not
you're
slightly right.
slightly
I am
right.
right.
Maybe you're slightly right because he's left Everton for United.
Hmm.
United paid 70, 80 M's for him or something like that. He's then
Mm.
gone to Inter. Before he's gone to Inter, he's caused trouble by leaking classified documents from United. He
Hmm.
then goes to Inter, wins the league, gets outscored by Ronaldo and Quagliara. And
Hmm.
Quagliara is older than Ronaldo. Let's keep that in mind, guys.
Right.
I think he's like 39, 40.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then he comes back to England for 100 million, scores, I think it's like 4 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals in the space of like 4 or 5 games. I think it was a brace against Arsenal or goal against Arsenal, and then disappears. Does that stupid interview, and now he's going back to Inter. Like, what have you really done?
He hasn't done much. So that's the main reason as to why I I put him as the worst at the end of the day. And Twisted says Alexis Sanchez, for me, he promised so much and delivered nothing. You're right, but
Are we talking about just Alexis Sanchez to United, or are we talking about Alexis Sanchez in this
Alexis
Premier
Sanchez
League
to
era?
United, basically. I mean,
Uh,
for me, I can I can put it like this. Even it for me, it's very similar. To be fair,
they're similar, but I'd say everyone would say it's only Sanchez because of the money. But let's put it in this context. Lukaku's joined for 100 million.
hmm
Sanchez is joining the free and been given that money, which is just as bad. But at the
exactly.
same time, leading up, Sanchez had the 2 assists against 2 or 3 assists against City. He got United to a FA Cup final with his goal and his assist to Pogba
Hmm.
and Herrera. So
That's it.
I'm really trying to think about what else he really did. The goal against Yeovil, the goal against Newcastle, where people thought they were going to get Mourinho was going to get sacked that day. You've got like literally that's it. Literally
Yeah,
that's it. I generally
yeah,
thought Sanchez was going to be some good because he looked so good. He looked so good. I just
yeah,
think the
yeah.
setup at United was so.
Just ruined him, isn't it?
I genuinely think if Mourinho had left Martial on the left and put Sanchez up top, we would have been somewhere. I generally
Yeah,
think if Sanchez was playing striker that year, there wouldn't have been with him and Martial would have been able to link up well, and then Pogba would be springing passes in for these two, and you never know what could happen. But it is what it is.
it is what it is, and it is what it is our catchphrase of the show anyway. Um, but this is this is our teetering show with regards to what the first Premier League signing has been.
Mm.
I hope you guys enjoyed our show as well. Um, Josh
Oh
had to
my
drop out
lord,
in the middle. Had a little bit of
Anthony,
personal.
where is Nolito?
Oh shit!
Yeah, see, people act try to act like City don't have some bad guys just because they're winning. Nolito, Negredo, uh, Claudio Bravo, um, who else was there? Mangala. Well, that's way back. That's way back. Well, actually, Mangala, Fernando, United ruining these players, or it's the other way around. United and these players are ruining each other. The
Yeah,
players
both of
come
them
to
are just toxic
United.
with each other. To be honest.
Players come to United and not thinking about winning mentality. There's only a few that come with winning mentality. United's setup is the worst in football, but everyone
Yeah,
says it's just the players. Like, come on, guys. You as rivals, watch these guys play against your teams. There's no way you can tell me half of these men would still be here if they were under serious owners like Cities or Liverpool's or even Chelsea's under
yeah.
Abramovich. They would have been sold.
Abramovich won't tolerate any of this.
Would have sold them.
Yeah, yeah, 100% easily.
Like, could you? I don't think people understand. Could you imagine if United was a serious club with
Mm,
the level of City money or City foundation or the level of Chelsea foundation money? Like, we
mm.
would, United could do some madness. But
Oh yeah.
unfortunately, the players and the club don't see eye to eye. No one can tell me some of these players don't see what the United will are doing upstairs.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's ready to leave. Why is Ronaldo ready to leave? He loves, but he loves. It says the quote said he loves us,
Mm,
but he's at the twilight period of his year.
yeah. 100%. 100%. I completely agree. But that's all the time we have for you guys today. A big round of applause for everybody who joined us in, and this is
He's gonna
for you guys who joined us in.
this guy and his soundboard.
But yeah, as always, thank you for
When
watching
did
us,
you
guys.
invest into this soundboard? I'm intrigued. When did this soundboard arrive? Guys in the chat, get on to this man. He's now married, but he has money to buy this £1,000 soundboard. Don't let him get away.
It's not that much. It's not that much. I didn't spend that much on it. It's just that I just went over somewhere and I just got it. I just thought, this
So
is nice.
basically, guys, what he's saying is he took some underhanded deal to get this soundboard. So get on to him in the chat. Comments. I need you to leave a comment. How did Anthony get the money for this soundboard?
Oh,
Wrong answers only.
but but uh thank you for everybody who joined us today in the chat. Josh, Annie, April, Twisted, everybody who joined us today. um thank you, god bless, and good night.